With running the existing business and building the new one at the same time, there are plenty of tensions ahead. And a little bit of bridge building's necessary at home. Willie is a man who loves a challenge. But even for him, the idea of taking on the confectionery giant single-handed seems daunting. It goes against all his instincts, but Willie feels that he needs to explore the possibility of outsourcing at least some of the production.
I'm on my way to a company that makes chocolate, probably the largest in England. They're called Classic Couverture. They're in Liverpool. I have sent them some of my 100% Rio Caribe and Carinera, and they're making that into a milk and dark of each. I'm looking to make chocolate. Everybody's told me, you know, don't make it yourself, Will. So I'm looking at the realities of outsourcing it. And today's interesting because basically I'm going to taste that chocolate.
For Willie, this is a life-changing decision. His cottage industry, with its traditional methods and equipment, are very much part of his brand. The whole reason he wanted to make chocolate in the first place.
I'm out of my depth because somebody else is making my product. You know, I'm used to making things myself. I grow them, I make them, and get the finished product. I'm not quite sure what to expect. Have they done a good job? Have they done a bad? You know, I'm presuming I'm with the best people for the job. I'm going to see that today.
From this, you get your mix and your pre-refined mix of plain.
If Willie just supplies the cacao mass and lets someone else turn it into a bar, then he'll be selling out what he started. But on the other hand, there's no way his existing scale and methods can sustain the demands of mass production for the retail market.
You see the blade movement going round?
That's it, mate. You wouldn't want to fall in there.
No.
But Willie wants to put a brave face on it, and is anyway keen to see what mechanisation has done to his beloved beans.
Hey, what's this? This is the...
It might be something you're interested in.
Okay. All right. Moment of truth. I've got the Carinera. Yeah, it's got a nice lingering flavour. It's got distinct classic Carinera notes. No, I don't know whether it's a little bit sweet for me. I don't know.
I think it's quite high in milk as well.
I like that.
There's no mistake in that at all, is there?
No, I like that a lot.
You get some smokiness coming through towards the end.
That's very good. Isn't it? Do you not? I mean, that's going to be the nicest out.
Do you think it was a coincidence we left that one till last?
It's a dilemma, and tempting for Willie to go the easy route. But it wouldn't be Willie if he took the easy way, and it doesn't take him too long to make up his mind.
I've come to the conclusion that as much as I can see they could do the job, you know, it's large scale, it's very processed, and, you know, it's not me. My chocolate's more sensitive than that. I need to be more hands-on to get the flavour I want, to achieve the goals I want. But I think I would have been a fool not to look down the road of outsourcing the chocolate, you know, because I wouldn't have known. At least I know now what I know, which is, you know, probably it's not the way for me.
So now he's decided to go it alone. Willie is under pressure to come up with the money for the new factory. It's a critical moment, and for once, Willie is hesitating.
You know, the credit crunch was coming. You know, I took an executive decision not to move into a much larger building. These are uncertain times. I'm confident. I thought it wise, you know, basically to take things slowly. And then suddenly, my neighbour offered me 3 more bays. OK, unfortunately, the tanks didn't go in, but cost of moving the factory from one building to another was enormous. But to go sideways and say, OK, you know, we'll have to work around not having some big tanks, we'll use small ones, was, you know, opportunity not to be missed, really. So I've gone sideways. And that, of course, option was never open to me before.
Having decided to keep his whole bean-to-bar manufacturing process in-house, Willie will have to entirely renovate his old factory. Just as life might have been getting easier, it means a new set of worries and huge new debts. He needs to break the news to Tanya and hopes cooking her lunch will soften the blow.
So I'm just going to make some stuffed chicken with red peppers. Okay, I'm going to fry the onions in olive oil and the peppers. This is a great dish. It's a buffet dish. It's hot, it's cold. I'm making a small pocket with my finger. I'm careful not to make the hole too big, because otherwise the paste will come out. There we go. Put a little bit of chilli in it. I don't know what it is about pans, but I've got loads of really heavy pans. No one seems to like them. And they take them down to the recyclable centre and you get them for 50p. Basically, 1 olive for every breast. Half a tablespoon. I want to have a nice fine paste. A couple of teaspoons of the paste. So I put skin side down, gently, so the paste doesn't come out. Because you don't want the paste to come out because it'll burn the skin. So I'm just going to season it with a little oregano. And that'll cook for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, really low heat, slowly all the way to the top. And you'll see the chicken going white, and it is the softest, moist chicken you'll have ever eaten.
Where was it? Where did you go, Willie?
I've been up to Liverpool, actually.
Oh, go on. How was it? How was it?
Classic Kucha. It was interesting. I mean, they made some pretty good chocolate. I think that after being round the factory and seeing the machines they were going to use, I sort of suddenly realised it was going to be very processed. And I don't know whether we would have got the sort of rounded... I don't know if we'll get the rounded sort of flavour that I want to. That's not me. And perhaps we should look further into investigating manufacturing it ourselves. You know, they would make the chocolate.
How can we do it ourselves?
We then sent...
It involves a whole factory, darling. I don't know how you think we can do that. Where are you going to find the money? Where are you going to get the space? How's it going to work? How does it balance in the whole family situation? Can he handle it? It's a lot of stress. He's already under enormous pressure. So I don't know if it's possible, but I guess we're going to go for it and give it a try.
Yeah, I think that went really well, and I've got all the signs are definitely good.
And so, once again, Willie is on his one-man mission all over Britain and Europe to find and acquire the kit he needs.
Let's just say I want to do a stack of chocolates. Yeah. Could I roll? Is that a roll?
With the credit crunch biting hard, he's having to try to fund the project out of income from the existing business, so he can't afford to be put off by outdated and malfunctioning equipment. Once again, he's calling in favours from friends and neighbours.
I'm looking at the list of machines that you sent me. That sounds a little bit too expensive for me. This part from here on is new, basically. So down came the wall, and, well, I was in Spain, and got this contrafiner. This basically does what that does and that does. Grinds, refines, and conchas, OK? All in one. I move all that up there. Jesus, ¿cómo estás tú? Miguel. I'll pump it into a holding tank, OK? And then that holding tank, it's lagged with water to keep it warm, so the chocolate's got a stirrer inside. It will come out of here, come down, it'll through, and this is a tempering machine, yeah?
After months of round-the-clock effort, Willie is close to having a fully operational factory ready and able to produce his brand-new chocolate bar.
These pistons would go in and out and squash the chocolate into the mould, and the mould's moving along here. It will get to the end here, and it will be sent along there, still warm, OK? And it'll come along here, it will trip, it'll start the conveyor belt. This is a refrigeration unit. It will cool it, and then by the time it gets down here at this end, we'll get the mould, we'll turn out the chocolate, and we'll load it onto a wrapping machine. This is a Dominici, Italian egg wrapping machine, which I'm turning over to wrap my cylinders. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to get it going. Working well. It should wrap, 80 a minute.
So, here we go. Can you see the principle of how it's going to work? I am trying to get it going. I've got some backup there. I can see it's going to get there, but obviously I can't be giving it a hand because the whole idea is that it's automated. You know, it's quite hard to concentrate sometimes because it's inevitable that my mind just drifts back to Venezuela. The hot, slow pace of life. Can't help feeling sometimes in this sort of like, you know, sort of slightly tense, all these things to do. I sit and think to myself, wow, I'd love to be home.
Home for Willie still feels 5,000 miles away in Venezuela, where his dream of producing high-quality chocolate began 15 years ago, and where he started incorporating chocolate from his cocoa farm into the widest range of recipes.